once upon a time in a world of magic, light, and darkness.
Lyra stood still, her eyes closed as the crimson sky hung above her, a stark contrast to the cold, lifeless land around her. The air was thick with the remnants of smoke, the acrid scent of burning still clinging to the night. She raised her arms slowly, a faint glow surrounding her as she connected with Maja Haran through the distant thread of astral meditation. Not far from her, the ground bore the scars of the night's battle. A stain shaped like bones and blackened by heat emitted wisps of white smoke. All around her were mounds of scorched earth where the remains of the night's victims had been swallowed into the volcanic ground. Lyra felt their presence, the weight of the souls they could not save. But now her mind reached beyond the here and now, to Lumina and to Maja Haran. She let herself drift into the past, a memory surfacing as clearly as if it had been yesterday. The Pearl Room, that rare, resonant space in Lumina where she and Maja Haran had meditated together. It was a place of deep magic, a chamber rarely used because of its inconsistent energies. But on that day, they had been in perfect alignment with the room's powers. The images they had seen, the prophecy of the Order of the Darkness reviving a demon king, had struck them both like a hammer to the chest. Even now, as Lyra stood on the aftermath of their vision's fulfillment, she remembered the way they had been shaken by it. Almost to the point of tears, they had seen the chaos unfold, but had held back their actions. It wasn't time yet. The timing, Maja had said, must be perfect. And so they waited, knowing the Cassitan was needed elsewhere. Cathnar Gars first, the matter at surrender next. Gon Vizsla had insisted upon it, wanting the Cassitan tested. Lyra had been amused at Vizsla's suspicions, thinking the Cassitan might fall prey to the beauty of the maidens at surrender. Such base impulses. But Maja Haran had agreed to Vizsla's challenge, claiming the Cassitan's discipline needed to be measured. It had been a delicate game. Lyra mused, one of politics and timing. Once the Cassitan returned to Lumina, thinking he had a moment to rest, that's when Lyra was to reach out to him. She would already be near the Kapska Mountains, and he would need to use powerful travel magic to meet her in time. It had all been meticulously planned. The Cassitan never refused an urgent call for service, and catching him off guard had made it seem all the more dire.
The horrors she had seen tonight, though, they had been real. Too real. Lyra opened her eyes and surveyed the scene, the devastation still palpable in the air. The ritual had nearly succeeded, but the Cassitan had intervened, slicing the newly revived Demon King down with a single, almost imperceptible movement. His sword had glowed with the unmistakable soul blue energy, the most powerful demon-slaying force known in their world. He had wielded it effortlessly. That thought lingered with Lyra as she watched the smoke rise. She remembered her own years of training, the grueling sessions that had left her bedridden for a week after managing just a single spark of that same energy. The Cassitan had done it in a heartbeat, with no visible straining. Another time, Maja Haran whispered to her astrally, bringing Lyra into a distant memory. She was transported to a time when the wind roared like a hurricane. Gone Visel, young and full of promise, had called forth the soul blue energy to his sword. Lyra had been there watching, tears streaming down her face as they celebrated his accomplishment. It had been a moment of pure triumph, the kind of victory that comes after years of sacrifice. She had cared for him afterward, tending to his exhausted body for nearly a month. And tonight, she had seen the Cassitan perform that very same act without breaking a sweat. The memory faded, leaving Lyra with a deep, unsettling realization. You sealed him, didn't you? Maja Haran's voice floated gently into her mind. Yes. Lyra had sealed the Demon King's remains, binding them so they could never return. But even that had felt like a small task compared to the Cassitan's effortless dispatch of the beast. The Cassitan had insisted she do it, even though she knew full well he could have performed the spell himself. Of course, the scriptures demand one in her position be the one to do it, so he was not wrong in his insistence. But still, do not worship him. Maja Haran's voice warned, cutting through Lyra's reverie. He is human, as are we all. Lyra's lips twitched with a wry smile. Are you human like the rest of us? She thought, half jokingly. But then her eyes opened again, returning to the bleak scene before her. The air was heavy with the scent of blood and charred earth. They had done what they could, but the souls lost tonight weighed heavily on her heart. The morning sky would be red, she murmured, the dawn tainted by the violence of the night. And Maja Haran's soft, astral whisper came back to her. It always is.